Okay, so here's another video. I promised in my last video that I would show how I achieve back focus with my William Optics GT71. I found that the Flat6AIII device, adjustable back focus, didn't really give me good results. I found quite often if I was doing imaging over multiple nights, I found that it would easily bump and unscrew, meaning that I'd have to redo flats and darks, etc., because it wouldn't always go back to exactly the same position. So my solution was to actually purchase a 0.8 reducer, but I couldn't find one with the correct fittings. I spoke to one of the wholesalers, and they recommended that you screw the flattener all the way in and use a spacer. So that's what I did. I'll show you how I did that. So here I have the William Optics Flat6AIII with the William Optics image rotator and the Flat6AIII. So here's the adjustable section. What you're supposed to do is set this to whatever the recommended distance is for your scope. The GT71 has a total back focus distance of 62.1 and leaving the adjustment of 9.1 over here. So I did that, but I found if I rotated the scope to different image rotations, so that was a problem. Tilt was a problem. I managed to take some fairly decent photos, but I was always unhappy with how the adjustable flattener operated. So what I did was screw it all the way in. So screw that all the way in, screw the flattener all the way in, and make it nice and tight. And here's the camera. So what I have on the camera, if you can look here, is I have, including the adjuster that comes, the tilt adjuster that comes with the camera, I have 17.5. Let me just check. Yeah, 17.5 for the camera, which takes us to here. Then I have 20 mil for the filter draw and 2 mil for the M54 to 48 adapter. Then that leaves adds 2 millimeters. Then I have the, what is it, the 16.5 millimeter, I think 16.5 millimeter, yep, 16.5 millimeter camera adapter with another adapter on it, but I'll show an image of the off the Zoo website showing exactly what I've done. So here we have the Flat6AIII diagram. It shows all the dimensions of the back focus, etc. But you'll see under telescope, the main one we're interested in with this particular scope is the GT71, which has a back focus of 62.1 millimeters. And I ended up, I think, with 63.1, which is within the specifications with Zoo. You'll see in the next slide. Let's just go to the next slide. Yeah, so in this slide you'll see all the spacing from the camera. So I ended with a total of 56 instead of 55, but that Zoo seems to think that's good enough, so it's good enough for me. So there we have the camera, the 2-inch EFW, which is 20 mil. Then we have the 16.5 millimeter spacer plus the 2 millimeters, and that ends up with the 56 millimeter back focus. But the key thing here is, instead of adjusting this, I bought a 7.1 millimeter spacer. So now I've eliminated the need to do the back focus adjustment manually. So put that in there. and that can go straight on. That's screwed all the way in, and that can go straight onto the So now what I have is the camera, which is 17.5 to the sensor from here. I then have 20mm for the filter, 2mm for the adapter, 16.5mm for the spacer, 7.1mm with the addition because I've screwed this all the way in, and now I have a total of 63.1 total focus, back focus. The actual GT71 is 62.1, but I'm finding I'm getting pretty good results, better results than I ever did with the adjustable flattener. So I don't even worry about tilt anymore. I've screwed the tilt adjuster all the way in, so I'm not using that, and my stars are not perfect, but much better than they ever were before with the Flat6AIII. So that's how I've done it. The rest of the scope I have over here. So I have a homemade dew heater. You can make 2 dew heaters with about probably for less than $20. Very, very cheap, very, very simple to make. If anyone's interested in making their own, I can prepare a video for that. And especially if you make your own, you don't need to worry about adjustment in the design if you're using a power box like the Pegasus Astro here, where the sensors are climate controlled. So it actually measures the humidity in the air, works out the dew point temperature, and adjusts the temperature accordingly. It's very, very good. So that's the climate sensor, and that's the Pegasus Astro Power box. I also have a Mele Quieter 3 with PhD 2 and Nina installed on it. So that all works really well. I've extended the scope away from the Vixen panel to accommodate this, and this whole assembly is in the front, which counterweights what's going on there at the back. I've got the Zoo focuser, which is actually one of the best and most economical investments if you're going to do astrophotography.